Why do men cheat? In an elegant bar with a warm, inviting atmosphere, three friends, James, Michael, and David, sit at a corner table. They each have a drink in front of them. James laughs and says, "So, Michael, why do you think men cheat?" Michael took a sip of his drink, then put the glass on the table and said, "It's complicated, you know. Sometimes it's just about wanting someone new again. You're stuck in a routine, and someone new makes you feel alive." David nodded without hesitation and agreed with what Michael just said. "Yeah, it's like you're looking for that spark. Not necessarily that you don't love your partner, but you miss the excitement." James, shrugging, also takes a sip of his drink and says, "For me, it was the attention. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my wife, but there were times I felt invisible at home. I get that, but then there's the guilt. The moment after feels like the worst thing in the world," says Michael. David, softly, says, "It does." He continued on saying, "But do you think we cheat because something's missing at home, or is it something else?" "Maybe a bit of both. Sometimes we don't even realize what's missing until someone else shows up," says James. The night progresses, and the bar becomes livelier. Music plays softly in the background. The friends continue their conversation, now more relaxed and candid. Michael smiles and says, "Remember that one time in college, James?" "Oh, don't remind me. Those were wild days," replied James in laughter. Suddenly, James's expression changes as he looks towards the entrance of the bar. Stunned and quiet, James says, "Is it not Emma? And who's the guy with her?" Michael and David turn to see Emma and Stephen. They exchange concerns and looks. David places a hand on James's shoulder and says, "Man, are you okay?" Struggling to process what he just saw, James got up from his chair and said, "I need to talk to her." James stands up and walks towards Emma and Steve. Emma notices him and her smile fades. Steve, unaware of the situation, continues talking until he sees James. Trying to stay calm, James calls out, "Emma, can we talk?" Nervously, Emma says, "James, this is Steve, my colleague." Awkwardly, Steve says, "Hey, nice to meet you, man." James forced a smile at Steve. He looked at Emma and said, "Yeah, Emma, a word, please?" Emma nods, and they step outside the bar. Outside the bar at night, the cool night air contrasts with the warmth inside the bar. James and Emma stand facing each other under a street lamp. Emma quickly said, "James, it's not what you think." Feeling hurt, James replies to Emma, "Really? Because it looks like you were on a date." Tears well up Emma's face. She says, "We were just talking about us, about you." Confused, James asked, "About me?" Sobbing, Emma says to James, "Yes, James, I've been feeling so distant from you. I needed someone to talk to, and Steve listened." With a softening voice, James says, "Emma, I'm sorry. I've been so caught up in my own issues, I didn't realize." Emma interrupts James and says, "I miss us, James. I miss the way we used to be." Outside the bar, the tension breaks as James steps closer to Emma, taking her hands. Gently, James says, "I miss us too. I've been a fool, Emma. Can we fix this?" Emma nodded and looked James in the eye. She said, "I want to try, but we need to be honest with each other." "Absolutely. No more secrets. Let's work on this together," answered James. Emma and James walk back into the bar hand in hand. Michael and David, who have been watching from a distance, smile and raise their glasses in support. Michael asked, "Everything is good?" James responds, "Yeah, everything's going to be fine." The friends continue their evening. The conversation is lighter and more hopeful. Sometimes we look for answers in the wrong places, but the real solution lies in honest communication and mutual understanding. Love isn't perfect, but it's worth fighting for. Please add your comment below. Let me know what you think about why people cheat.
If you enjoyed this story, please give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more enchanting folktales and adventures. Hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we post new content. See you in the next story.